Assalamualaikum and very good morning to Madam Sharina and my friends. Before we start, I will introduce myself and my group members. I'm Muhammad Adi Farhan bin Ismail and my group members is Nur Alia Natasha, Siti Noranisha and Anis Alisha. Our group is responsible for discussing the problem faced students while learning from home during this COVID-19 pandemic that hit our country. Let's begin with online teaching and learning (PDPR) has become the latest learning trend that challenges teachers to adapt to the new norms of educational process. The teaching profession is the main pillar of the country in producing excellent human capital. The home teaching and learning method (PDPR) introduced by the Ministry of Education Malaysia is a new term and process among teachers, students and parents that can encourage creative and critical thinking. Online home teaching and learning is not a new phenomenon but began to be applied in 2020 following the spread of COVID-19 and the implementation of the Movement Control Order (PKP). The involvement of teachers and students as well as the cooperation of parents are very important in ensuring the smooth running of PDPR. In my experience, among the problems faced by students studying from home during this COVID-19 pandemic was the problem of weak internet. The problem of internet access, especially in rural areas in the country, is often voiced by the parents who are frustrated when their children home teaching and learning session (PDPR) are often disrupted. He said the problem of poor internet access greatly affected the PDPR process as the internet was the basic thing for the purpose of online learning. Since PDPR was implemented, we have found many complaints and various problems that have arisen, especially in terms of finance, because parents need to provide gadgets and the internet to make it easier for children to follow the online learning process. If you use any sophisticated device, if the internet access problem continues to be weak, it will be not be able to solve the problem as well. What do you think about it, Alia?
I see your point, but isn't government provide 1 gig a day to student B14 and the government given a relatively cheap internet package to student?
Yes, I agree with you. But is this enough for a relatively long online learning? Because every platform used by teachers use the internet a lot.
The second challenge is, according to scientists, education education or learning through a computer screen for too long will affect mental, physical, emotional, and even social health. International University of Malaya was clinical psychologist Dr. Mimi Fitriana Zain said, when a person, especially student, cannot balance the use of computer, then it will not be able to help them to see the phenomenon of learning as something positive. The psychology of the student themselves, there will be cognitive problems, especially in term of decision making. She said that if a person is too much confronted with a computer screen, then it can damage the condition of the as eyes physically and then emotionally. What do you think with that idea? My
I agree with Alia views, but there are some ways to reduce the pain, like if you work more than 45 minutes, get up and rest for 10 to 15 minutes. Use that time to do activities that not require focus on the monitor, such as walking, looking out a window, or looking down a long hallway.
Some people said that in a study of students' device in online learning, found that some students do not have the device to enable them to follow online learning. This is a big challenge because learning can happen comprehensive and uniformly to all students. In addition, online learning in teaching is something new for most teachers and students and parents. We has need time to adjust. For, for students do not have their own device, they have to share the device with family members. This is one of the challenges for members for parents because parents also have their job. They should be good uh, at dividing time to share device with their children to, so that their children don't miss out the on learning.
Absolutely, you've hit the nail on the head there because gadgets have found their way into the classroom learning process in this age of technology and communication. These devices have been utilized to constantly improve and expand learning methods for kids. Tablet, smartphone, and camera are the most commonly utilized devices by students. Furthermore, um, due to the epidemic that has afflicted our country since March 18, 2021, students in the 21st century will need to study online. As a corollary, students will require a smartphone to participate in online learning and connect with lecturers and other classmates. Student will require a smartphone to participate in online learning and connect with lecturer and other classmates. In order to complete the task, student will not miss our out of and learning if they are unable to meet the professor because the lecturer will continue to educate online. However, online students must deal with distraction at home, such as when parents seek for assistance while they are learning, the sound of passing bicycle on the road in the middle of a video clip. For example, as a result, I provide two tips to ensure that skill learning time is not disrupted and they are not distracted. First is set time or a break. Remember to take a several break during the day. You may feel complete to stay focused and complete your task without interruption. But taking a break will really help you be more productive. This method will keep your brain energized, but don't use it to take a phone break before returning of your book. You should grab a drink and food, or maybe go for a walk, 30 minutes, walk around your neighbor. Second is use a to-do a list every morning. Take a few minutes to glance through your schedule and write down whatever you need to get down by the end of the day. If you have a lot of work to do, spread it out across several days to make it more manageable. That concludes my speech. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me.
I think you're right there. Space for offset distraction will cause students to lose focus and many cause them to lag behind in learning because some of the students are shy to ask when they lack understanding if they are left behind.
I can suggest the following order to make it easier for us to learn in depth is that critical and positive thinking, encourage students to take online classes, and can reduce the stress problem experienced in order to complete learning analytically and pedagogically. Unconsciously, they can be categorized as deep thinkers to solve the problems in PDPR. The purpose is to place online PDPR as the main platform in the information technology IT skills improvement system among students and lecturers. The emphasis of andragogy and pedagogy opens up new spaces for students in IPT today to use advanced technological facilities for better knowledge and personal development. Do you agree that the point? Since we have to come to an agreement, I guess it is time to end our discussion.